From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Satellite and radar shows dry and mostly cloudy conditions across a good portion of mid-Michigan, but notice to our west we have another round of snow beginning to move in. Temperatures outside 36 degrees in Lansing, 35 for our current temperature in Jackson. It is just slightly breezy outside, but we factor in those winds. It makes a big difference in terms of our feels like temperatures. Most of our wind chill temperatures sitting in the mid to upper 20s across the area right now. The good news is, even though we do have additional rounds of snow in sight for today, warmer temperatures are right around the corner. I'll have more details in just a bit. 6 News at Noon starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at Noon.
A Lansing firefighter got hurt this morning while battling flames inside a garage. It's our top story at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Megan Vaselli. The Lansing Fire Department says crews responded to a home on Raynell Street around 2:30 this morning to find heavy smoke out front. Investigators say the fire started in the garage and spread to the living room. They say no one was home at the time, but one firefighter did suffer minor injuries. It's not clear yet how exactly this fire started. A small fire also broke out today in a hallway at Holt Junior High. The school posted on social media that the fire is out and all students and staff are safe. However, the smell of smoke lingers in the hall and surrounding classrooms, so everyone in hallway A was moved to other parts of the building. Meanwhile, first responders continue to assess the damage. President-elect Donald Trump's pick for Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, will meet with senators today whose votes he needs for confirmation. The Fox News host and Army veteran's visit to Capitol Hill comes just hours after a California city released a police report detailing a 2017 sexual assault allegation against him. Taureen Small is here for you with the latest.
Pete Hegseth is meeting with senators whose votes he needs for confirmation as the next Secretary of Defense. But threatening to overshadow his visit is a newly released police report detailing a 2017 sexual assault allegation against the Fox News host. The accuser, referenced as Jane Doe, reported feeling like she had been drugged and recalls saying no a lot while in a hotel room with Hegseth, and that he prevented her from leaving. The Army veteran told police he was buzzed but not intoxicated, and the encounter was consensual. His attorney has said Hegseth was not charged with the crime. A spokesperson for the Trump-Vance transition released a statement calling Hegseth a highly respected combat veteran and said no charges were filed because police found the allegation to be false. Yesterday, former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz returned to Capitol Hill to lobby support for his confirmation as the next Attorney General. It came the same day the House Ethics Committee left a meeting deadlocked about whether to release their report on Gaetz.
Folks have been very supportive. They've been saying we're going to get a fair process.
While Gaetz was a congressman, the panel was investigating allegations he attended sex parties and had sex with a 17-year-old minor. CBS News has learned the committee obtained Venmo records showing Gaetz paid 2 women up to $10,000 over 27 payments. Gaetz has denied any wrongdoing. Taureen Small, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And 6 News has learned President-elect Trump plans to nominate Michigan Republican Party Chair Pete Hoekstra as the next U.S. ambassador to Canada. The former congressman also served under the first Trump administration as U.S. ambassador to the Netherlands. The new role arguably is a bigger one since Canada is the #1 trading partner with the U.S. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits fell again last week, remaining near 7-month lows. The Labor Department reports jobless claim applications fell by 6,000 to 213,000 for the week of November 16th. The 4-week average of weekly claims, which quiets some of the weekly ups and downs, fell by nearly 4,000 to 217,750. The International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his former defense minister, and Hamas leaders. All are accused of war crimes and crimes against humanity. The charges stem from the 13-month war in Gaza and the attack on Israel last October. The decision turns Netanyahu and the others into internationally wanted suspects. This likely will further isolate them and complicate efforts to negotiate a ceasefire. Netanyahu condemned the court's action, saying there was nothing more just than Israel's war in Gaza. 2 of the 3 Hamas leaders originally sought by the prosecutor already have been killed in the conflict.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
We started the day with the first snowfall of the season, and even though we do still have additional rounds of snow in sight as we go throughout the rest of the day, overall it looks like our impacts across mid-Michigan are going to be fairly limited. Admittedly, as the snow was coming down across the area this morning, it did look really pretty. This picture coming to us from downtown Lansing from Amanda, showing that beautiful snow falling in the Capitol all lit up in the background. Especially over in Charlotte, we started off with somewhat of a winter wonderland scene. You can see that heavy wet snow beginning to accumulate on the ground in this picture. The good news is, in terms of accumulations on the roadways, our road temperatures were too high to actually allow for any sort of widespread impacts. Live Storm Tracker 6 Doppler radar shows dry conditions across most of the area. We do have another round of snow beginning to develop to our west as our area of low pressure continues to track to the south. It will bring additional rounds of precipitation to the area, but in terms of the heaviest snow, it looks like most of that is still going to fall over the lake and then over in Wisconsin. As we move throughout the rest of the day, I do think temperatures will begin to warm into the mid to upper 30s. So we'll have some rain showers mixing in with the snowflakes across the area. And notice on precision cast, this isn't going to be a widespread snow that we are going to see. So likely only a trace amount in terms of additional accumulations that we see on the grassy surfaces. We begin to dry things out with mostly cloudy conditions overnight tonight. Our area of low pressure passes well off to the east on Friday, but it will be generating some very windy conditions throughout the day. Those winds will allow for a couple of lake effect rain showers, but since the winds will be out of the north, most of that activity will stay isolated over towards the lake shore. However, we can't completely rule out an isolated sprinkle here in mid-Michigan throughout the day by then. Good news is we are completely dry as we move into the start of the weekend, but that widespread cloud cover still going to remain in place. Live look over at the Capitol right now, temperatures 36 degrees, winds fairly breezy, 11 miles per hour out of the southwest. Current feels like temperature of 28 degrees. Another cloudy and gloomy view over towards Grand Ledge. Temperatures currently at 36, same as our wind chill temperature. And over in Jackson, 35 degrees, but feeling like 26 with a liquid equivalent of snowfall right at 0.02 of an inch. Our final stop in the city of Hillsdale, temperatures currently at 34 degrees over here. As we go throughout the rest of the day, high temperatures will make it into the upper 30s. We dry things out overnight tonight, overnight lows falling down to 32 degrees. As we go throughout our 6-day forecast, again, a few additional isolated sprinkles possible for Friday. I do think in time for silver bells in the city, we will be drying things out. Temperatures going to be fairly mild, back into the mid to upper 40s for highs. Dry and cloudy for the weekend, still going to be a big improvement in terms of temperatures by then. Our next chance of rain is going to be early next week. And of course, after that, it looks like more of a wintry pattern in terms of our temperatures, at least.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot to track, but I mean, first snowfall out of the season, out of the way, and this was a nice gradual way to ease into it.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't just a blizzard right off the top. We're good.
Yeah, we're thankful for that.
All right. Thank you, Kendall. Well, 6 News wants to recognize remarkable women here in mid-Michigan who make a difference not only for their families, but also the community as a whole. To make a submission, click on the Remarkable Women section of our website, WLNS.com, and tell us all about the remarkable woman in your life. We'll pick 4 women and profile them during Women's History Month in March. You have until December 20th to nominate someone. Coming up, we'll have